Yo, what's good, guys? So I saw Dabuz made this video talking about why Robin is destined to be bad, and as a skilled Robin player and someone who is very knowledgeable on the character, I just wanted to watch it, see what I agree, see what I disagree with, and just kind of give my thoughts. Going into this video, I'm kind of predicting that he's going to talk about Robin being slow and Robin losing durability, which I don't really think is like the issue Robin has. Robin's actual big issue, like this is the true, from someone who has played Robin at a high level for a while, the true issue that Robin has is that she lacks a strong grounded option. Like her tilts are all horrible. Like I don't care what Synergy and Grandmaster say. Her down tilt is not good. It is not a good move. Her F tilt, not a good move. Her up tilt, somehow even worse than the two I just mentioned. Her best grounded option is probably like jab or maybe F tilt, even though it's really, really laggy. Down tilt is fast and spammable, but like nothing happens when you hit it for real. Like literally nothing happens. Like I guess it like gets him off top of you, but nothing really happens when you use down tilt. And then her dash attack is like not bad. Like it's pretty good. You can combo out of it. The late dash attack doesn't have any like true combos, but it like puts them in this awkward position in the air. Like maybe you could beta air dodge if they're scared or something like that. But her dash attack is really, really small and doesn't go extremely far. It doesn't have like great priority. It's not especially strong. Like the best situation for dash attack is using it after you hit thunder and using it at the ledge when you start picking them out of their ledge hang, like with arc fire. Then you can dash attack them and that kills and is pretty strong. Another issue that I think Robin has that I hope he mentions, but that not a lot of people think of, and maybe this is just like a personal thing, but Robin's only transcendent projectile is Thoron. It takes a while to charge, it's pretty slow to use, and it also has like hella lag. That is another weakness Robin has. Like if all of Robin's projectiles were transcendent or like Thunder or L Thunder or Transcendent or even Arc Thunder, it would be like pretty good. Like her projectiles would have like another layer of threats that they don't have with only Thoron being transcendent. But yeah, those are like the actual truly big issues Robin has. Robin being slow isn't really that big of a deal because she has really, really good airspeed. I mean, same thing with Wolf. Like Wolf is really slow. Like Wolf isn't as slow as Robin, but like Wolf makes up for it by having amazing airspeed, great landing aerials, which Robin also has, and that are even bigger than Wolf. And he has what else is Wolf out? He has really, really strong grounded options and a strong projectile that is transcendent, that goes cross screen. When people realize that you don't need to jump on his character, they play the charge. They play they play the up close charge cancel game that they play with Samus, where you run up your shield, but unlike Samus, where she can grab you from like 3 years away, Robin has to dash grab you, which is a lot slower. Her grab isn't crazy fast, and then like her aerial game obviously is really, really strong, but if you don't really go them into jumping, it can be difficult. So people can kind of just like walk towards you or dash towards you and like dash shield, and they slowly like whittle their way in, and so they can force you to play a really, really bad RPS with like one of their fast ass grounded burst options or like aerial burst options, right? So that is like Robin's issues in a nutshell. But I'm interested to see what he talks about and what he describes to be Robin's worst issues and why he thinks that Robin is destined to be bad. I also want to know what he means by destined to be bad. Does he mean like this character needs like an overhaul or a rework, which I think would be extremely dope. Like despite I don't think this character needs an overhaul because the character's like I think it's generally like a very good character. It's just kind of held back by like what I mentioned before, not having a good ground in normal, not having a good transcendent projectile, and if she's not gonna have both of those, like not having good ground speed is like kind of like three cardinal sins for this character. But like overall would be cool just because I'd like to see what they do with the character, and I've been interested to see what HDR does. Like HDR did something really cool with Robin. For those that know about Ultimate S, which is like a little bit more on the low, but it's really cool. I played it the other day. They made Robin like a stance change character with like agreement mode. That was really cool. So I'd really be interested to see what they would do with an overhaul with this character. But this character doesn't need an overhaul to be extremely good and threatening. They just need like a few little changes and some like hot fixes to make their moves work, like jab 2 not linking into itself. But That's enough dilly-dallying. Let's get into the video.
Today's video is about Robin and why I think this character is kind of just destined to be trash in like any Smash game.
Okay, so he thinks the character needs an overhaul.
Unless his kit is completely revamped. Because he was really bad in Smash 4. And ultimately, you know, he might be a mid-tier, which really doesn't say.
Damn, what the? Hold on. Low-key, I'm not even really looking at this entire list. This tier list is strange. I'm not gonna lie. I see the Robin down here, obviously. Let me full screen this. I see the Robin down here, obviously, but like I was more looking at like Chrom. Like, why do they have Chrom so far apart from Roy? And why do they have Mart so far apart from Lucina? This is looking kind of crazy. That's besides the point.
Every character is basically mid-tier except Ganondorf. Why is this character so bad? There's some obvious ones. Game's been out for almost 6 years, right? He's slow is the big thing. He uses resources when his resources run out.
It's like I predicted it, bro.
He loses access to that move, and I want to emphasize real quick, he gets an item when he does. Like, he uses that, he gets the book, and something about him in particular with his items is he can't reuse it the same way most item characters can. You ever want a chance to fight against one of the best Smash players?
Oh my god, ad!
Or Peach or Grenade. Snake, basically the same character as Grenade.
Okay, so the thing is with Robin's book and not being able to reuse, I definitely understand where he's coming from with that. I think that's a fair assessment of like a weakness of book. If you catch book really, really quickly after you throw it, it's possible to recatch it again even after like using it, throwing it and having it hit something, but it's not extremely consistent. So it's just something I wanted to bring up, but it's not something that like you can consistently make use of during a match. It's not like Diddy Kong Banana where you can like throw it 3 billion times in a combo and then recatch it and then have it in your hand again to throw it on the ground when they hit the ground. Like, nah, it's not like that. But I definitely hear what he's saying.
Really good with their items. The big thing is they have like they have some way to use it, right? Like Diddy's really fast, so he's able to toss the banana, pick it up, and do a lot of crazy stuff with the pressure off of it.
Right.
Peach is fast enough to toss turnip and like pressure people as well, but she also has float, so she's able to do like all these like turnip, Z drop, float cancel, aerial, Z drop, float cancel stuff, and like get these crazy combos going. And then Snake can have 2 grenades out at once. And
bro, I low-key hate Mutates for this, like, bro.
These, like,
I low-key hate Mutates for this. I had like $20 on this set and he won, bro. This shit low-key pissed me off when I watched
float
it.
Cancel, aerial, Z-drop, float cancel stuff, and like...
And he does that ugly-ass pop-up. Oh my god, that nigga pissed me off, bro.
And then Snake can have 2 grenades out at once. And the fact that like just grenades themselves have the same properties. And they compare the Robin, and it's like, what can you really do with Book? He's too slow to re-follow up on it. He can like combo off Book, right? He does something like...
Yes, you can combo.
This, like,
no way he said you can combo off Book and he did this. Hold on, I'm gonna boot up my game real quick. Let me show you guys some like actual stuff that Robin can do off of Book. Obviously, a lot of Robin stuff off of Book is like pretty situational. So he's not necessarily wrong when he talks about like Book not being as good as like Banana and like Turnip. But I think it's very interesting that he like says like the Book is not good and then compares it to like the 3 best projectiles in the game. Robin is not really like a character that like gets a lot of combos. Like the whole point of like Robin is trying to like push you into the corner because Robin wants to ledge trap you, right? Like one of Robin's strongest win conditions is when she has you in the corner and when she has you on the ledge, right? So what Robin is trying to do is Robin is just trying to box you out and like claim center stage and push you into the corner so she can then ledge trap you, right? And Book is really, really good at like applying some single use pressure for it, right? So while you're not able to do like some crazy broken ass combo like Mutates did to make me lose $20, you're able to do things like throwing it up here. You able to do things like throwing it up here and then falling with a nair. I messed with the timing a little bit, but like you're able to do things like throwing it up here, falling with a nair, and then applying some pressure, like some uppercut pressure with like a grab. You know, like you're able to do something like that. Also, if you catch someone like shooting far away, and this is something that I've actually done multiple times. I'll see if I can find a set of me doing it. But basically, like one of Robin's like really, really good like shield break setups is like if you throw an item first and then you arc thunder, if they shield the discard toss and they shield the arc thunder, you can dash attack them for like a true shield break setup. Okay, here we go. I found a set where I do it right. So basically right, and this is like after sets of like kind of making him adapt and whatnot. But essentially, if you get him the shield and you throw the discard, this is at full shield, mind you. This is at full shield. You throw the discard, you Arc Thunder them. If they shield this Arc Thunder, free dash attack, and it breaks their shield. And if the Arc, like, obviously the 11 sword toss into the Arc Thunder isn't like a true block string, but the Arc Thunder dash attack is. So if this Arc Thunder hits them after the discard, like at this point their shield is broken, it's done for. So this is another situational combo, but basically if you have a tome and you have Arc Fire and you land it, you can throw an Arc Fire and then throw the book down on their back. It'll send them straight up, and then you can combo it into an up air for like a kill. See, like that. We're gonna go back, see what else he has to say.
That's a combo better position, right? You can probably Z drop it and do something. But he's not gonna get like a lot off of that. Like he's not getting these insane combos as far as I know. He can't like follow up with a book toss into insane pressure because he's super slow and his frame.
Well, we already talked about why that is necessarily not true. Obviously, the pressure is never going to be able to match something like Peach or Snake or anything like that. But Robin is able to apply pressure by throwing the book like in the air and stopping you from jumping, and then applying pressure more on the ground that way, and just sort of pushing you more and more into the corner, right? A lot of the dubs that Robin takes, aside from those like certain book combos that I showed you, a lot of the dubs that Robin takes from discard are positional dubs, which are really, really huge, because if the more positional dubs that Robin takes, the more closer she gets to less trapping you, which is like the actual like huge dub, especially on certain stages like Smashville. Like any positional dub Robin takes on Smashville is essentially a ledge trap.
Frame data is not great. Even just as a projectile, book isn't that great, right? Neither is Levin Sword. Granted, like that's more like a side piece for the character.
Oh, that's another thing they showed in the clip. Like you can use that as shield too, and it's like pretty good. Gets them off you. It's pretty fast.
But the point is, like, he doesn't get an adequate reward for burning through his resource. Now,
I guess that's a fair assessment. He doesn't get anything super crazy broken for burning through the resource. I guess that's fair. But I guess my argument is that they're not like completely useless or like insanely worse as a character. Like the true issue with Robin durability and Robin losing durability comes when she's losing multiple of her stuff at the same time, right? So like if you're playing and you don't have like Levin Sword and Thunderer at the same time, you're a little cooked. If you're playing and you don't have Arc Fire and Thunder at the same time, or if you have no Arc Fire, Thunder, or Levin Sword at the same time, that's when you're like extremely cooked. Like, yeah, like you're done for. That's when like the durability issues actually become a real problem.
And this is an obvious one, right? You start the game without Levin Sword. So you have like 10 seconds of no Levin Sword.
I forgot. This is generally like a pretty unfortunate L for Robin. I actually forgot to mention this. This is like an actual, yeah, this sucks quite a bit. Luckily, you know, a lot of Robin's early game pressure is kind of applied with like Thunder and on the ground. Like on a stage like this, like FD, this is absolutely devastating to not have Levin Sword right now. But on stages like Stadium, where you can kind of like drop beneath the platform and just kind of apply pressure with Thunder and use that platform as like a little house and protection, it really isn't the biggest deal ever. You know, and if you're playing against a zoner, then like they're not really going to be approaching you anyways. They're going to be setting up shop. Like against Pac-Man, like it's honestly, you know, chill that like I don't have it, because he's not going to be running at me and approaching me with his crazy, you know, aerial options off rip. He's gonna be putting up a hydrant and then setting up shop and getting a projectile first. And obviously, like I'm still on the back foot because I don't have my like broken sword yet. But it's not starting with Levin Sword kind of varies in hindrance depending on the matchup. But I do agree that it is a bit of a problem.
Advantage, say, simulator nowadays, where someone was neutral and they're gonna keep someone with disadvantage for a while. And then a lot of times you don't reset to neutral that cleanly. A lot of times it'll be like some sort of reversal. And then the person is in advantage state. The problem is, you know, you have this. It's hard to reversal people with like just these small sword hitboxes without green fame data, right? It's hard to win neutral in the first place when you don't have good A buttons to start the game with.
Right. So that's fair.
The game almost starts snowballing against him from the get-go. And he's a character that I think when he has his full kit available, like he has sword, he has fire, thunder, like he's a pretty solid character. The problem is they all have very important niches to his overall game plan. You're missing any of these except this, I feel like, and your game plan is just a lot worse. You don't have sword, you lack like this good like mid-range spacing tool, you lack like scary jug. You just actively scare people. I don't care if you hit me with like fire that much if you don't have Levin Sword, right? I don't care about like getting hit by random like Iron Sword aerials or whatever.
Okay.
This does a lot for him, but just not having this, you don't have access to like Robin's like, oh, if I hit you with this, you might die.
Okay. Okay. So maybe in like certain matchups against like Snake, long range arc fire is okay. Against like Mega Man is pretty okay. Against Min Min is pretty okay. Like using like arc fire's long travel distance. But for the most part, doing this
Not having this
is not scaring anybody.
You don't have access to like Robin's like, oh, if I hit you with this, you.
That is not scaring a Roy player, you know, like that is not scaring a Joker player. They're not gonna run into this unless they don't have eyes.
Might die move, so you can't run out of that. You don't have access to this. You lack like long range pokes because side B is a little bit too slow. Long range poke, so you need this, right? And then of course you run up B somehow. You can't recover. Although I think you have like a little bounce without it. And honestly, I think if you're off stage enough to have to use through all your up B charges, you're probably dead anyway, to be honest. Plus, his recovery is super bad.
Okay. Robin's recovery is not bad. And I know this is like, this right here might just be something that like people are going to disagree with me on. But I do not think that Robin's recovery is bad. I think Robin's recovery is exploitable. It's similar to like Fox, right? Robin's recovery is exploitable, just like how Fox's recovery is exploitable. But Fox and Robin's recovery aren't necessarily bad, right? Robin's recovery, you know, goes very, very far. If you're not careful about it, you can get reversaled extremely easily. And she goes very, very high. And she can travel very, very far at a very, very quick distance. Like the drift that she travels with is pretty significant, right? So I'm gonna show you guys a little clip. Okay. So I'm gonna show you something right quick, right? So this is, damn, I'm still AP in this one. This was a while ago, right? So here's me playing against Rob, right? I'm up a stock on small battlefield, right? I have the gyro, I get down smash, right? I throw that, I get back, I jump off the ledge, he reads my jump with a side B. Now here I am, I just burned my double jump, as you can see up here. As you can see right here, I just burned my double jump because I thought I was gonna die, so I want to like stop my momentum. So I just burned my double jump, and then I get hit by Jar. Right at this point, most people would just assume Robin is dead here without double jump, especially against Rob. But because I'm cracked, I up B straight up around Rob and onto the ledge. Right now, this right here is something that is like a daily thing for me when I'm playing this character. Like Robin's ability to go high because she has like a decent amount of weight is very, very good. Because when she goes low right here, then yeah, like she can be kind of guaranteed to die, right? But like maybe if I'm not at kill percent here, but if this is like 60%, I just choose to go high, it gives me a chance to come back with like a little bit more percent, with like a little bit more high and more wiggle room, so I don't just die immediately, right? And then on certain like triplats, it's a really, really good option. You know, you can kind of mix up when you get to like this area right here, where you can just kind of recover up to like a triplat, whatchamacallit, like Battlefield, and then recover to the top platform. There's a lot of sets where people will be right here, and I'll be right around here, and they think I'm going to go down to the ledge, and they do an emotional edge guard, and then instead of edge guarding me, they get hit by one of the Elwin's blades, get sent off stage, and then I'm back on stage, make it back in time for a ledge trap, and I've won many games, many interactions, many sets off of specific emotional edge guards like that, right? And I don't think he dies here, but like, look, if he wasn't playing Rob, and he didn't have like such an amazing broken recovery, this would be like an extremely unfortunate situation for him. And even then, he like it's still not great. Like he's still in the corner, and I'm still prime pressure. I unfortunately get hit by that gyro, and then I have to take a reset. But you get the idea. Like her recovery goes extremely high up, and even look at how far I go. This is completely look at where I am. Where it says a B, I go straight up. There's no drift. There's no drift in the with the Elwins, because I know if I drift, I'm gonna get hit by whatever movie is going into, which I had a feeling it would be side B and not like a 4 there, right? So that drift is all with, you know, coming from my normal air acceleration, right? And like if you look at it, it's not even relatively close. Like me getting the ledge here, it's not even relatively close. Like I'm like very much well within my ledge grab distance right here. Like it's not even relatively close for me grabbing the ledge right there. And that's from how far away I started, and that was at like 0 air acceleration. Like that was all from no airspeed at all. Just to go and show you that Robin's recovery, it's not really all that bad. It's a bit more versatile than a lot of people think. And despite having limited uses, it is not a bad idea to recover high and purposefully take a hit, so then you can start a little bit higher up in the air and have a better chance of coming down to the ledge than just like recovering down here and making yourself susceptible to like a 2-frame or some broken ass like move like Peach floating air right here.
Doesn't matter that much, but he gets like a little hop with that. It's like, whoop.
That hop is also generally really, really good because when she does this hop, she still has her jump and her air dodge left. So you can do you can get hit. A lot of times what happens, right, I'll get hit by some move and I'll get sent way out here over yonder. And then I'll do the jump and I'll do the empty L-win, and then I'll be chilling. And then I'll fall slowly, as slow as possible. And a lot of the times they kind of just assume you're dead. And then they just let you come back. But then you could like jump and air dodge, or you could literally just stall and wait for the upbeat to come back depending on how much time is left. If they do come out to edge guard you, that's where it can get a little difficult, but it's definitely not impossible to reversal and edge guard from a position out here without Elwin, because you can do the Elwin jump in like any direction. And since it's not taking you all that far, a lot of times I'll do like the Elwin jump backwards, and then I'll jump over them if they try to like back air me, and then I'll I'm not gonna be able to get like a really strong reversal, but then I'll just be able to make it back to the stage. Like the dub here is making it back to the stage in general, and because it's something that people aren't familiar with seeing at the moment, and because she still gets her jump and she still gets her air dodge out of it, it really isn't as horrible of a position as you may think. Like, I think Robin's empty Elwin recovery is low-key still better than, like, some characters' recoveries.
Doesn't go far. And I actually want to talk about this with Neutral B in particular, because there's another issue with Neutral B, right? So I charged it. Now I have access to this. That's a good projectile, sure. And, like, I think this is a good projectile. These are both great, like, poke tools. Like, just deal with
You know what's so funny? I really feel like a lot of this is coming from a person that plays a character that's great into Robin. Like, Rosalina does really, really good into Robin. But, like, I feel like if Dabuz played a character like Roy, who, like, Roy doesn't do bad into Robin, but it's, like, a character that has to actually, like, fight Robin for real and has to actually deal with, like, a lot of the really, really polarizing parts about Robin, I feel like he would have a very different opinion. Because I talked with Cola and Mugen about Roy Robin, and obviously they're Roy down players, but they genuinely think that the matchup is, like, a lot closer than a lot of people think, because Roy gets kind of blown up by, like, Robin's aerials and does really, really bad on the ledge. So I just wonder, like, if he played a character that, like, had to fight Robin a little bit more, if he would have a different opinion on it. Like, he plays Rosalina, who, like, at best for Robin is even matchup. He plays Min Min, who is, like, one of Robin's strongest counterpicks. Like, Min Min does amazing into Robin. And then he plays Sora, which is, like, an even matchup. But, like, Min Min especially is nasty. Like, I played Dabuz one time, and he went Min Min on me. And, like, it was still game 3. But at the same time, like, it was not fun at all. And I'm sure him seeing Robin's weaknesses are sort of through, like, a kind of privileged tinted lens, because he plays some of the most nasty counter picks into Robin. But
this projectile button.
That's neither here
But
nor
the
there.
moment it's like this, I now have this projectile, which is cool. Like, you know, if you block it, it's very scary. It does a lot of damage. It has setups.
Yeah.
But now I don't have, like, this mid-range, like, poking, like, longer range poking tool.
Then you don't use it for mid-range. Look at how this Robin uses it right here in the clip. Like, yeah, if you charge the Arc Thunder, you don't have the mid-range poking
Which is cool. Like, you know,
poking tool.
block it,
but
it's scary.
I mean,
A lot of damage. It has setups.
that's fine. You're not supposed to use it at mid-range. You're supposed to use it in situations like these. You're supposed to use it in situations like these. You're not supposed to use it from dumb far away. And if you do, like, you can kind of catch them jumping over with an aerial, which, you know, most really, really good players in the matchup will spot dodge the Arc Thunder. But, and there's, like, some decent set play you can get off of Arc Thunder from, like, mid-range. But it's generally not where you want to use it. You want to use it right here. Like, oh, I just neutral get up. I'm shooting. You throw this Arc Thunder as, like, a ledge trap. And then you react to what they do. So like if he rolled, it would have hit him. If he jumped, he would have dodged it, but he would have been able to react and apply pressure accordingly with like nair or like keep him in the corner. If you get up attack, it would have hit him. If your neutral get up, it would have hit him depending on the timing. Or he shields it like he does here, and then he gets shield poked by nair. Now, personally, I'm either down smashing or grabbing here because the nair sometimes doesn't shield poke, and I don't like coin flipping it. But like, it's besides the point.
Poking like longer range poking tool, right? Like side B's a little too slow. You know, sword arrows aren't going that far. And then like
sword arrows aren't going that far. All right.
This around here is.
How much farther do they need to go? Like, how much farther does Nair need to go for it to be far enough to buzz?
Slow enough to be at least jumped over, if not punished. There's not that much lag. So just by charging up his neutral B, he loses kind of a core part of his neutral.
And that is fair. That is fair. Like when you charge away, if you charge up Arc Thunder and then you don't use it in like a good scenario like that clip shown, then you no longer have Thunder to use it. But that is where you just kind of throw it at mid or longer range, and then you see what happens then. And if you lose it, then you lose it. But it's just like part of the trait of the character. But I can understand that might be part of a weakness because you use up some of your Thunder Tome, which, you know, is fair. It makes sense. But I mean, at the same time, if like you can kind of like force a situation where Arc Thunder will be better, or you can just kind of like throw it at mid range, and if they jump, then you can blood them up for jumping and doing something incorrectly anyways. Like you can still do something off of it. It's just not as threatening. You're just gonna need to put in a little bit of extra work to make yourself as threatening as possible when you use Arc Thunder in a suboptimal position.
And if you have Thoron, same thing. Like you low-key don't want Thoron.
Okay, this move right here, yeah, he's right about low-key not wanting Thoron. There is like 2 situations where Thoron is really, really good. It's good against certain characters that are like setting up shop across stage. So it can be really, really good against Snake. It can be really, really good against Toon Link. It can be good against Pac-Man, especially. It's really, really good against Pac-Man. And it's really, really good on the ledge. There's a very, very specific setup that like a lot of Robins don't do with Arcfire Thoron. Arcfire Thoron is extremely strong and extremely consistent on a good portion of characters that have bad ledge hangs, right? Because with Arcfire, there's like 2 spaces with Arcfire. You can either get the one that catches them on the ledge if they hold it for too long, which you can react with, which combos into Thoron, or you can throw an Arcfire and then preemptively throw the Thoron, and then the explosion hitbox will knock them into the Thoron, and you can get Arcfire Thoron that way. Also, I misspoke. You need to preemptively Thoron in both situations. But if the Arcfire is well-timed and well-placed, it won't really matter. Like, you will always get something strong off of the setup if you time the Arcfire correctly. So that is like a really, really strong setup with Thoron that I use, especially when people are at like kill percent. I'm gonna see if I can find a set real quick of me doing that. Give me a moment. Okay, here it is. I found it right. So in this situation right here, I charge Thoron. That Arcfire is literally perfect. At this point, Esam is now dead. Assuming I have hands, which as it appears to be, I do. I have hands. At this point, Esam is now dead because you can Arcfire right here, and if you time it well like this spacing right here, it's at the spacing where it will pick up Pikachu out of his ledge hang, I believe, and then he will get knocked into the Thoron. That I'm about to buff it right now. There it is. Bro, that he jazzes game time! That's what I'm talking about. This set was so crazy, bro. But yeah, that's just like an example of where Thoron is like really, really, really good. I'm so nasty, bro. I'm one of the greatest, bro. I'm so nasty for that. Go back to this.
Unless like, you're going to burn it pretty quickly, because now, sure, it's like a full screen, like, oh, it hits you, you die, but that's kind of slow, right? Like, you would think it's faster than it is, but look at that. And like, yeah, there's subs with it, but that's the idea. Like, I think you have to use both those in advantage states. So you have to, like, find a way to win neutral without like this good tool, and then get this, because you don't really have time to charge it in advantage state. Like, maybe you can do like this and then play neutral and then...
Yes, you do, bro. Like, you hit them far enough away and like, yeah, you get a chance to charge it. And I mean, yeah, you do have to win neutral to use Thoron, but it's like, yeah, then just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Baron is 23 frame startup, by the way.
that's why you use it in certain situations where it's just a checkmate, like I did against Eason.
That is a lot.
That is a lot of
I also
frames,
think
though.
conceptually, this needs to be reworked. Like, this just doesn't do much for skill. It's cool
What? That's like one of her best moves.
in theory, right? You know, someone shielding, boom, command grab.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some health back, especially if you grab the back. You know, it scales with their percent, and like it can be a lot of healing.
That's true.
But the problem is,
Okay, what is the
so
problem?
he doesn't set that up. Like if Robin's jumping at me from here, I'm not shielding. I'm probably just backing away, maybe, or like jumping back, especially. Like Robin's trouble chasing jump backs in this position because he's super slow, and like kind of floating in the air. You can also mash out of the down B to make him not do that much damage.
I mean, you can't match out of the downbeat, but I mean, like, good luck, I guess.
And yeah, like he doesn't, as a result of his speed and floatness, he doesn't reinforce that command grab the way a character like Wario does, where it's you do like, you know, his neutral B in the air and he's super fast, so you have to respect.
Okay. Yes. What? See, okay, I'm trying to figure out what this point is right here, because the way that this Wario, the way that who is this Gluten, the way that Gluttony just threatened this command grab is the exact same way that Robin would threaten this command grab. It's literally the exact same way. Like maybe Wario can do it from a little bit further away because he has air drift, but Robin can also do it from kind of far away because their arrows are big, right? You jump, and then Sisku's like, okay, I just did a laggy move. I see he's in the air. I'm going to now shield because I am scared and I don't want to get hit. I'm at kill percent. I want to shield, right? So then Gluzo's like, okay, I'm gonna mix in a command grab right here, right? Sisqui shields and then gets command grab. Robin threatens this literally the exact same way. Robin jumps from around this distance, she jumps on you, makes it look like she's about to do an aerial, and then she Nosferatus you after conditioning you to shield. That is when she does it. It's not like with Bowser, where Bowser can kind of just like run around and then do the command grab and like accidentally hit you. Like Robin kind of needs to condition a shield in order to get it because the command grab's a little precise. But even with the Bowser example, like all of these characters with command grabs are positioning you to shield before they use it. I think like the only command grab that people aren't like trying to specifically hit you with out of shield is like Incineroar. Like Incineroar does it to like catch jumps, Incineroar does it to catch dashbacks or whatever. Like he's just kind of doing it whenever because his is really, really good. But Robin and Wario's, they're doing it in the exact same way. They're doing it after they have pressured you to shield so they can, you know, grab you out of shield.
Respect.
It's the exact same way.
Is gonna chase you jumping back or dashing back, but also you shield it. You have to respect. Oh, the aerial that is gonna chase you jumping back or dashing back, but also you shield it catches you. And even if you jump back, the Wario bite might catch you.
The Nosferatu might catch you too. It's mad big
because he's so fast in the air. And you might say, oh, like what if you do like this until like that?
I mean, yeah, you can do that, I suppose. But if you let an arc fire from that far away, I'm lucky gonna kill someone off of that. I'm lucky gonna do a second one and kill you if you get hit by something from that far away. That's what you're horrible. You're horrible if you get hit by, like, real talk. If you get hit by an arc fire from over here, I'm gonna kill you. You're horrible. You're just giving me that stimulus check. What? But I guess if I have no 11, then like maybe I'll do like double arc fire and then Nos. But yeah, you can do arc fire and Nos.
Like that.
Then that nigga didn't jump with it. That's hilarious.
The shielding, right? And yeah, but you can also do like this into a grab with their shielding.
Yeah, true.
So like you don't really need that.
But you do. You do need Nosferatu. Nosferatu is like Robin's comeback mechanic. If this is a game where you're at 30%, I'm at 100%, and you troll and get hit by like that arc fire from across the stage, hell yeah, I'm gonna need that Nosferatu instead of a grab. The grab is gonna give me a slightly better positional advantage with less damage, and I don't heal, whereas this one is going to give me a smaller positional advantage with more damage and I heal. Like, no, you do need this, like, when you lock them into shield with arc fire. Maybe not at 0, like, I hear you might not need it. I hear you definitely take the grab, you do a down throw nair, you do a forward throw, you do a down throw up to whatever it is. Like, I hear you definitely take the grab, but, like, at any other, like, percentage deficit or when you're down, you 1 billion % Nosferatu here.
And honestly, if someone's shielding side B, like they're
unless you're about to kill them, obviously.
Him anyway. Like you're just, you don't shield that move. You just jump over it, diagonally angled, which I guess is the issue. is that like all these spells are very like limited. Like Psybe only goes down angle. You can't do anything else with it.
Yeah, okay.
Neutral B has the charges, but you can't really do much in terms of like once you press B, like angling them or changing timings or whatever.
That's an interesting point. I think that's fair. That like the projectiles that Robin's projectiles, like, they travel in a set distance and you can't really do anything super crazy about it. But I struggle to find a character whose projectiles actually do that. Like, sure, like once you press B, Thunder is traveling at the distance Thunder does, but like that's literally every single projectile. Like when Wolf presses B and does laser, the laser is traveling at that distance, and it's gonna be traveling. You know what I mean? Like, I guess like Richter can like angle his neutral B with his axe, but it's still traveling in that arc. I'm not really sure like what the point is. Like, yeah, Arcfire is always going to travel at this distance and at this like arc, I suppose, but so is every other projectile. Like when Snake up smashes, it goes up, it goes down, and depending on how long he charges it, it can go further up or it can go less far up. I guess that's like maybe something that he's talking about. But most projectiles in the game, they do just kind of go at that distance. I don't know, and like at their speed.
Up, you have like this, and that's cool, but it's whatever. Who cares?
No. That up B is nasty. It's really good at frame trapping certain recoveries, and if you're not careful with it, you can get reversaled off the first Elwyn blade. I'll show you. Right here, this first Elwyn blade right here, when you're somewhat close to Robin, there's a spike hitbox. If you're not careful, you can get reversaled OD easily. And if, assuming you angle the blades correctly, the first blade combos into the second one. So it's a really, really good option for like knocking people off stage and forcing them to jump, or just killing them off right after you like frame trap them with like an L Thunder or something. Like this move is really, really good at threatening recoveries. Also, you can do like a certain setup where you like here, I'll show you one second. To do this with L1, you can like, oh, what the hell? This, and then if it hits them, you can jump back air, or you can potentially F smash if their hands don't work. You can do this, or dash attack, or like dash attack potentially. Or if none of these hits, you dash back, and guess what positioning we're at? Boom. Perfect positioning for Arcfire. This, boom, dash back, boom. And then you follow up accordingly, right? There's also, oh, hold on, I almost forgot. There's also this really, really crazy setup that you can do that I'm not super amazing at doing yet. But basically, you can like dash attack at the ledge, and then if you like, yeah, there it is right there. So you see how I dash attacked at the ledge, and then that L1 red like went past the ledge despite me being on stage. This right here is extremely crazy for spiking people. So like characters that have recoveries that don't have a hitbox on them, like let's say Joker Arsene recovery. It's really, really good at punching Roy, even though like he has a hitbox on it. But I'm gonna put a video on screen that explains it a lot better than me, made by B, which you guys should go check out. You go check out that video. It's a really, really good video explaining the setup and like what characters it works on against. But that's just another way that L Thunder is really not L Thunder. That L1 is extremely threatening, because if that hits you and it spikes, and you'll just die instantly.
So I don't know what they should do to make him better in terms of like his down B, but something that plays with his kit more, like maybe some sort of buff, although I'm tired of characters that have buffs.
Oh, that would be cool. Like
Grima
Magic Burst. Okay, that'd be cool.
Heck, maybe something that like, I don't know, recharges something of his faster when it breaks. And then finally, for a sword character,
so he wants to take out Nosferatu. I feel like if they take out Nosferatu from this character, what they add needs to be like the most broken thing in the world. I don't know what they would do, but if they are going to take away Nosferatu from this character, they need to give him like a cross-screen command grab, cross-screen projectile that stuns you for 30 seconds, which time. They need to give him something nasty if they're going to do it, or like a stance change, or just something like good, because Nosferatu is a very, very good command grab. Nosferatu's greatest weakness is that it only has 3 uses. And then it has the longest timer to recharge of any of Robin's tomes and discards. Like, yeah, that is like an actual problem.
He just, and this is more fixable. He just lacks good ground buttons.
This is like the first point that I completely agree with. Like, yeah, like Robin has no good grounded options.
Like, pretty much every sword character that's good at least has really strong grounded buttons.
That's facts.
Like, every character
That's facts.
Aerials, that's just a given, right? But look at it. Look at this.
Yeah, that's facts.
Does like nothing.
That's facts.
Forward tilt is like, you can like contest people with a kind of like a jab, but who cares? I don't care if this is me.
Exactly.
His jab's actually
That's fair.
pretty good as like just a stop pressing buttons near me button.
True. His frame 4 is really fast. Yeah.
Of course, the wind does decent damage. Like his jab's fine. His down tilt, it doesn't do anything. Right?
Correct.
Like, I know.
Like, you can kind of do down tilt grab, but you need to do a roll cancel boost grab in order for it to be a true thing. And down tilt dash attack is not real.
Conceptually, the idea is he has a lot of good projectiles and good aerials with Levin Sword, so he should have a weakness in terms of his ground buttons. But in practice, like,
that's fair.
You need to be able to enforce like something on the ground.
I agree.
Otherwise, you have the Palatino problem.
I agree. Like, yeah, and this is a very interesting comparison that I completely agree with. Palu, you know, lacks an extremely crazy grounded option. In Smash 4, she had jab, which was nasty, but yeah, this game she lacks an insane grounded option, and it's hard for her to hit like really, really small characters aside from like falling fair or dash attack or dash grab. But dash attack and dash grab are extremely committal, and falling fair requires you to, you know, be in the air first. And if you're doing a falling aerial, then you're susceptible to getting scooped and getting hit before your aerial comes out. Whereas if you do a rising aerial, the trade-off is that while you won't get caught on your way up, you'll get caught on your way down. So that's like the trade-off. But yeah, I agree with this comparison.
Really scary when you jump. And even that Palutena, you know, like she's a great character because she has speed, crazy combos, all this stuff.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
But that's been the one weakness since day one for her. That's still like, you know, Palutena players have to deal with that. When you know the matchup, it's hard for them. Of like, she's on the ground, she's not that scary. She can commit to like a dash attack or a dash grab to like make you guess. But the risk reward isn't that great for her there. And her tilts are slow and yada yada, right? So even worse with Robin, like his tilts are really bad.
Yeah, that's facts. Completely agree with this. Completely agree with these points.
In Smash 4, they gave him a down throw up air. I think he still has that some sense in this.
Not really, and the one that Senju was talking about is low-key fake and extremely inconsistent. No shade, obviously, but yeah, not really. Doesn't really have down throw up air. I didn't play Smash 4, but I've seen clips of it. It does look pretty broken. It does look pretty strong. But in place of down throw up air, we have down throw Levin Air, which sends them out and towards the ledge, which is why I want a ledge trap, which is what we want anyway. So, you know, it requires a couple extra steps instead of just killing them instantly, but it's not the worst thing in the world. But if they brought it back, that would be nasty.
Oh, it's just a me thing. I think like actually controlling like Levin sword aerials can be a little bit annoying, but
bruh.
Actually, I used Smash like that one.
Okay, so I'm going to end this right here, right now. I'm going to explain to you guys how Levin Sword works and how to ensure that you don't do this ever again. Now listen to me, right? I'm just going to be confident saying it. I'm a very good Robin player. I play tilt stick, right? I play tilt stick and I play the same control scheme across all of my characters, right? And I have no issue with accidentally using the wrong move. I'm going to show you something right now with like my control scheme, right? Now, whether you use tilt stick or smash stick does not matter, right? You can still do consistent Levin aerials and ensure that you don't mess it up extremely consistently, regardless of if you're doing tilt stick or a smash stick, right? What is a must, in my opinion, for Robin is A-B smash, right? Because when you're going from Bronze Sword to Levin Sword aerials, you need to do a smash input aerial, right? And the reason why I say A-B smash is integral to Robin is because you cannot go from Bronze Sword into Levin Nair without A-B smash, unless you have smash stick and do like a C-stick Nair, but I don't even think that exists and it's not very consistent, so you need A-B smash. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Now, when you don't have Levin Sword, obviously everything's gonna be bronze, right? Now, here's the thing: when you have Levin Sword, all of your smash attacks will be Levin, right? No matter what, no matter what. There is no way to do a bronze smash attack when you have Levin Sword. The only way for you to do a bronze smash attack when you have Levin Sword is like this. If you're charging it and then like you get Levin Sword after. That's like the only way, but why would you ever want to do that? A lot of people play Smash Stick because right now I have tilt stick. A lot of people play Smash Stick, so when they do a tilt or they do a dash attack or they do jab, right? They use Smash Stick and do C Stick arrows so they can immediately take out Levin Sword, right? But I use tilt stick, so I have to do a smash input aerial in order to bring out my my sword, right? Now the reason why I say A/B smash is important is because, you know, obviously Levin Nair is one of Robin's best moves, like probably like top 5 one of Robin's best moves, and you want to be using it a lot, right? But if I do a tilt and I don't have A/B smash, regardless of if I'm doing tilt stick or smash stick, if I do a tilt and I don't have A/B smash, then I need to do another move before I can do Levin Nair. But what if I just want to pressure with Levin Nair right after my dash attack, or right after my jab, or right after one of my tilts or something, right? You need A/B smash because the A/B smash gives you a smash input aerial because A/B is a macro for smash attack, right? So right now I'm pressing A/B and I'm doing a smash attack, right? So it gives you a smash input. So when you're in the air, you A/B when you're in the air without holding a direction, and there you go. It takes some getting used to be really, really good at it. Like even sometimes I mess it up right now. Like I'm unfortunately messing it up a little bit. But that is all you need to do to ensure that you carry out the Levin Sword consistently. See? That right there is a must. So you don't need to play Smash Stick if you want to play Robin. You can play Tilt Stick. You can play whatever control scheme you want. But you need A/B Smash because it's the only way that you can go from bronze directly into Levin Nair. If you're having issues doing Levin aerials and you're doing bronze aerials, even when you have Levin Sword, remember that you need to do a smash input aerial. So basically, the best way I can explain that is by doing your aerials and inputting them like you're doing smash attacks. That's like the best way I can explain it. Also, for those that attack cancel, except for Nair, for some reason, all of Robin's moves when you attack cancel them will be Levin.
And this, of course, you know, they could always do other things like make him absurdly fast, like they could break him. But when I think about Robin, I think of like, you know, at his core, he's meant to be like a spell sword that's really slow.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
So how do you make this character good while keeping his identity, right? Like if you turn him to Roy, he's fucking Roy. He's really good.
But he's Roy.
And you're just playing Roy.
That's facts.
I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Peace.
All right, W video by Dabuz. Obviously, you know, no shade or any hate to Dabuz. It's just, you know, like a fellow disagreement amongst good players at the game who know a lot about the game. So obviously, no shade or anything to Dabuz. W video, love talking about it, love reacting to it. If you guys enjoy these sort of reaction videos, let me know in the comment section if you guys want me to do more about them, or if you guys want me to like drop more like Robin guys or just information about Robin so you guys can like learn more about the character. For those you're trying to learn, let me know in the comment section, and I hope you guys enjoyed and found this informative. Once again, no shade and no hate to Dabuz. Great video, man, and you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.